What's up everybody, my name is Trent Ward. I'm a real estate agent with eXp Realty in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area. Today we're going to talk about the home buying process. So if you're somebody that has never bought a home before, or you're interested in what it would be like buying a home, or maybe you've bought a home before and you just forgotten what the process is, if any of those parties are you, stay tuned. We're going to talk about the 8 stages of the home buying process. If you'd like to know more tips and tricks related to real estate, the home buying process, the selling process, also investing in real estate, consider subscribing to this channel. I release topics about this on a regular basis, so stay tuned for that. Step number 1, meet with a real estate professional. This is where you will meet with your real estate agent and they'll learn more about your situation. For instance, what locations are you looking to move to? This is one of the biggest factors in what price you can get your house for. For instance, a 2,000 square foot house in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas is going to be significantly cheaper than one in California. And even in these certain metro areas, there are different price points depending on where you want to live. For instance, if you want to live closer to the city, you're going to pay a premium for that. If you want to live further out, you can get more space and square footage. So that's one of the big things there. They'll also need to know your bedroom requirements, your square footage requirements, bathrooms, school districts, things like that are what you'll find in this situation. Also, time frame. When are you looking to move? That will dictate how fast you need to move in the process now, and that helps flow into the next step, which is getting pre-approved. Now, this is where you will reach out to a lender. Either your agent will provide you a lender or you can provide your own lender, but the main goal of this is to make sure you get a pre-approval letter so you'll know how much house you can afford. Most people don't really understand how much they can afford in a house because it's based off of lender requirements. And that's when we get into something called a DTI, which is your debt to income ratio. And your debt to income ratio has to be a certain percentage for you to be able to get a loan for a certain amount. For instance, if you have too much debt in relation to how much income you make, you can see a lower ceiling for how much you can afford on a house, or how much a lender will provide you on a house. Step number 3, search for homes. This is the fun part, right? This is where we get to go out and we get to look at everything that your heart desires within your pre-approval budget, of course. Your real estate agent should send you a list of homes that meet your requirements or as close to your requirements as possible, considering your wants, desires, and the budget that you have according to your pre-approval. Now you get to go look at the homes and see what you can afford, and then fine-tune what you really want in your next home. Step number 4, make an offer. This is some of the most frustrating parts that people go through, but just be prepared for whatever type of market we're currently in. Right now, as I record this video, we're in a seller's market. And what that means is that there's a low inventory of home relative to the buyers that are in the market. So when you are trying to purchase a property, you don't have that much inventory, which means more people are putting offers on the same house. The problem with that is that drives prices up. Now, if you're a seller in this market, that's great news. You have a lot of eyes on your property, and because there's not a lot of inventory, you are a piece of gold. They want what you have. But if you're a buyer in this market, that means you need to be prepared to compete on well-priced, well-staged, and desirable homes. So this is part of what your real estate agent should do. They should make sure you're prepared for what is upcoming, meaning high and best offers, putting multiple offers on houses, and not getting the house that you saw and it was your dream home and somebody else put $20,000 more down on a house. Sorry, it happens. If you're finding this information helpful, please give me a thumbs up. It helps promote the video through YouTube and helps more people find this content. Step number 5, negotiate the contract. Congratulations, you got your offer accepted. It's been a hard time, but we finally got you there. So this part is where we actually start negotiating the ins and outs of the contract. The biggest thing will be the repairs. There's always something, right? Unless you're buying new construction where it's a different process, but you still are typically going to want to have some repairs done to the house and get it up to a better condition for when you move in and take onto the house. Everybody that sells their house, they have things that they deal with, and when you go get the house, that might not be something that you want to deal with. So there's some compromise there. So this is the stage that we talk about that with the sellers. Number 6, Now you're in escrow. This is when you have submitted your deposit for the property, your earnest money, your option fee, and the seller, and you have agreed on terms. Now you're essentially waiting for everything to close. Number 7, final details. This is where you're going to make sure all the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted, and you can get your home. So you want to make sure that the seller does everything that they have agreed to do, and you have done everything that you've agreed to do. So this involves getting the inspection done and actually having someone go out to verify that what you thought was going to be done was actually done. Another aspect is title. So this is where title is going to go through and make sure the seller actually has the right to sell their property to you. Number 8, and the final step, is closing. This is where we sign the documents to get your house. Now, if you're remote, then someone will send a notary to your home and title will arrange that. But if you're local, we get to meet up and then sign off on all of the paperwork that you need to sign for, and be prepared because it's a lot. Sorry. It's just something you have to do. So after you sign these documents, you get the keys to your home, and voila, we get to take nice pictures, and then you get to move into your home. Hopefully you found this video helpful. There's a lot of parts to the home buying process, and we just touched them at a high level. If you want to know more about it, send me a comment below and we can talk about whatever your comments, questions, or concerns are. If you like my free home buyers guide, leave me a comment below and I'll send that right over to you. Once again, my name is Trenton Ward, also known as Trent the Agent. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace. Now you're in. Okay, I think it's it.